When did your family move here, Mahathi? How was that actually?
Born in India, but I was moved to Jamaica when I was only 3 months old.
You connected to the South Indian food. How did you get this passion of getting into the South Indian food and also into the business of South Indian food?
When people think Indian food, they think butter chicken and they think naan. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
But our goal, our primary goal actually, is to make people realize that India is so vast. You have
Yes.
so many regional cuisines.
Right.
Karachi biscuits అయితే actually Atlantic side లో Loblaw's
దాంతో పాటు ఇంకోటి కూడా చెప్తాం, మాకు డిస్కౌంట్ కూడా కావాలి అలా. సో దెన్ హౌ షుడ్ వి గెట్ దోస్ డిస్కౌంట్స్ యాజ్ వెల్, రైట్?
అది ఇంకా దివాళీ టైం
అప్పుడు. సో డూ యూ నీడ్ టు టేక్ ఎనీ లైసెన్సెస్ ఆఫ్ ఎనీ సర్టిఫికేషన్స్ ఆర్ ఇన్వాల్వ్డ్ ఇన్ దిస్ ప్రాసెస్ యాక్చువల్లీ?
For sure. Like with a food business, you obviously have to have your business license.
And then the winner for the Great Canadian Bakery Show, Telugu Foods కానీ, ఐజీ ఫుడ్స్ కరాచీ, అండ్ దెన్ తెనాలి డబుల్ హౌస్, ఇలాంటి ప్రొడక్ట్స్ కూడా మొత్తం డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ మీరే కదా, మొత్తం సింగిల్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటర్ ఫర్ ద
In
ఎంటైర్.
Canada, yes.
So your business is doing great, like importing and distribution business is doing great. So started with the GTA and then expanded across all over Canada. What do you want to actually solve here? How about Pappu Charu, Uppu Chapa? Do you know Uppu Chapa? Do you know that?
Sardines.
Yeah.
No, I know what it is, but
That's
I
okay.
don't,
I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
I know. What is the need for you to think about Sunlite, and what is the gap that you found actually? So if we go back to your father's journey, so he started importing and distribution company like way back in 20 years in Canada. Welcome, Mahathi. Thank you so much. We are happy to have you here. Thank you so much for coming here.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. So, when did your family move here, Mahathi? How was that actually? Journey, or what was that journey?
Yeah, so I was born in India, but I was moved to Jamaica when I was only 3 months old. And I moved to Canada when I was 6 years old. Just
my
me
God.
and my dad and my mom.
Oh, nice. So, how come you actually connected to the South Indian food? Huh?
Every summer we used to go back home. All four of my grandparents used to be there. All my aunts, uncles, andaru unnaru akkade.
Like, how did you get this passion of getting into the South Indian food and also into the business of South Indian food? So that's actually great.
It's honestly, it's fun. Intlo tinedanta South Indian food day. And you don't get that kind of authenticity, that kind of taste or flavor in any other sort of cuisine.
Yeah.
I mean, every cuisine has its merits,
Right.
but South Indian cuisine, it's what I grew up with. It's what I'm most comfortable with. And so I wanted to see that in the market in a way that I can consume.
So I got to know that you are also actually been the finalist and then the winner for the Great Canadian Bakery Show. What was that? Can you tell a bit about it? Like,
Being on the Great Canadian Baking Show was an amazing experience. It was one of the hardest things I've done in my life, but also one of the most amazing things. It's an application of about 20 questions, and they ask you about your passion for baking and what you like to bake, why do you bake, and from that you do a video interview.
nice.
After the video interview, they'll ask you to create a cake or some sort of showstopper, and they asked us to make a tart that year.
Okay.
So actually that year I created the kakarkai tart.
Nice. Kakarkai tart. Oh, super.
Yeah.
So that's as part of the audition you.
Yeah,
Oh.
so that was the part of my audition.
Oh, nice. So Kakarkai tart made you to be part of that Great Canadian
Yeah.
Baking Show. Oh,
I think they
super
were
nice.
really impressed with how unique it was, because no
Yeah.
one's ever put
Right.
bitter melon
Exactly.
and tart together, right?
Yeah. I mean, in fact, I'm hearing this first time. Actually, I don't know until now. There is a taka at house. How was the competition at that time? Like, ఎంతమంది వచ్చారు, ఏంటి, ఎలా మీరు ఎలా?
Yeah. Almost 2,000 applicants untaru every year. And from that, they choose 10 people. Every week, they eliminate one person.
Oh, out of 2,000, so they actually finalized 10 people to be a contestants.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, nice. So one time you were actually finalist in
Yeah.
season 4, right?
So in season 4, I was one of the finalists. So I did all 8 episodes and made it
nice.
till the end. And then in season 6, I returned for the holiday baking special, and that episode I won.
Oh, you did not leave it then. Oh,
No.
nice. You want to get it, right?
I have to win.
Super. So, yeah, going back to your childhood. food. So when you were actually 6, then you came to Canada, right? So maybe at that time, your father, Sridhar Amundluru garu, started Sundays produce, right?
Yeah.
So then మీకు అసలు అప్పుడు అనిపించిందా నేను ఈ బిజినెస్ లోకి వస్తాను అదే ఐ మీన్ వెన్ యు ఆర్ గ్రోయింగ్ అప్ మీకు అప్పుడు అనిపించింది ఈ బిజినెస్ లోకి నేను వస్తాను అని ఆర్ డూ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ అదర్ డ్రీమ్స్ బట్ ఇట్స్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ సైలెంట్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్
So actually చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి I always knew I want to go into business. Now I was never interested in doing anything else. My parents were always very supportive. కావాల్సిన చేసుకో, ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉంటే కావాల్సిన చేసుకో అనేవారు. కానీ ఎప్పుడు there was never any pressure for me. నువ్వు Sunline లో చేరాలి చెయ్యాలి అనేది అసలు they never pressured me. Kani, as I grew older, I went to business school. I went to Western University.
Oh, nice.
And after and then after I graduated, I started working in a few different companies. So I worked at Bell. I worked in a few startup companies. And throughout that time, that's at the same time I was developing my passion for baking and food.
Oh, nice.
And then as I did that, I realized, Naku, the one industry that is really calling to me is the food industry.
Food industry, nice.
Food industry, I can go and work for anyone else, but I want to create something of my own ambichinde.
Yeah.
At the same time, Dad and our business partner Divya, they were also talking about, should we start a new manufacturing plant? Should we start something else? Like, should we share our South Indian food? And at that time, I realized, that's a project that I want to be part of. That is something that I want to bring to the Canadian community as well.
Oh,
and
nice.
So it was both. It was both my passion and also the infrastructure that they had already built allowed me to join them at the same time.
So then you came up with the Sunlite, right?
Yes.
That's your brainchild, maybe.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a joint brainchild.
Got it. You were there since inception, maybe.
Yes, From the beginning of Sunlite, I've been there.
Great, nice. So, if we go back to your father's journey, so he started importing and distribution company like way back in 20 years in Canada.
Yeah.
So when you growing up, did you see like any challenges that your father was actually going through? And then how was that moment actually,
Yeah, I mean, growing up, so I was 6 years old when I moved. The company, when they started, I was about 7 years old. Dad and Divya, I think they worked day and night. Like there were so many days I didn't even see Dad.
Oh my God.
So he would come home at midnight, 1 o'clock, then leave to the office again by 4 in the morning to do deliveries in the cold. They would be lifting boxes by themselves. So, I mean, watching them from such a young age just instilled a lot of that hard work and ethic, and it gave me a lot of appreciation for the work that they do. Now as an adult, I'm working.
No, you have got some backup, but exactly.
But now I realize like the amount of work that they did to be able to do that is incredible.
Awesome. So I think they started and then with the GTA importing and distributing those foods, and then now you guys are actually distributing across Canada, right?
Yeah, that's
all over
right.
Canada.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now we have a warehouse in Mississauga, and we also have a warehouse in Calgary.
Nice.
When we started the business, we focused solely on our ethnic grocery stores, so Indian grocery stores, Chinese, Caribbean. And those are the vegetables and produce that we import. We import mostly ethnic vegetables. So that was our focus for a long time.
Okay.
A few years into doing this, we were approached by Loblaws.
Oh, nice.
And so once they asked us...
they approached.
So they approached us. I mean, a lot of these things, it's like a relationship. You'll meet at some shows, you'll talk a few times here and there. And then...
Networking.
It's networking.
Yeah.
So... Once we started working with them, we started building more volume. We started working with even more retailers. But the thing that makes Sunline so different is we are consistent. We're very reliable. So if we say we're going to do something, we'll do it. If there's an issue, we'll fix it. If you're having a trouble, we will source it for you.
Oh, nice. Which means that if any retailer has any trouble sourcing any product, then
Yeah,
so
they know
will
that
reach
they
out
can
to you.
trust us. They know that we're reliable,
Oh.
and that's the reputation that we've built over
Awesome.
so long in the
Awesome.
market.
So, produce, like initially you started with produce vegetables, like right. So, how difficult it was to keep them fresh, and then and keep that authenticity, and then take that to the end customers, right? So,
Yeah. So for us, freshness, it's not just the warehouse. For us, freshness starts from the seed itself.
oh,
We work with farmers in South and Central America, and we've been working with some of them since the beginning of the company. So for 15, 20 years
oh,
now.
nice. Okay.
We've sourced seeds from India to show them what the plant should look like.
Oh,
We provide them support on the ground. So we have like consultant who comes and does teaches them about soil analysis and does all of these, and we support them in all of these efforts, because if their quality and freshness is good, that's when our quality and
That's
freshness
right.
will be good, right?
oh, so lots of effort. It's not that you just go and then source the product and buy it from them. No, you
No.
are there since starting. Oh,
No, like some of these farmers, as I said, we've been working with 15, 20 years, and they're almost like family for us now.
oh,
They
nice.
treat us like we are their family. So it's really nice to see those relationships. But that's only one aspect. After that, you have the supply chain. So you need to make sure that you have a cold chain from whatever country it's coming to Canada, whether that means by ship, by road, by local trucks. And then after that, making sure that whenever it goes to the retailers, the quality is still
Yeah. So there are so many logistics involved in between, right?
definitely.
Challenges same as the general. What are the challenges in between from sourcing the product to actually giving it to the end customer, right? So
Yeah. There's so many challenges, right? Mother Nature is the number one challenge,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
ఇప్పుడు మేము source చేసే farms అన్ని they're in South and Central America, which means they get hit by rains or floods or droughts or hurricanes.
Right, right.
So that's your number one issue. Then you have issues, things like tariffs or
Yeah, that's what I'm going to ask.
trade restrictions. You'll have issues with the actual logistics, making sure your trucks come on time. Sometimes if the weather is bad, trucks will get stuck. They won't make it in time. And this is a perishable product,
yeah,
right? Which means if your truck doesn't make it in time, your product is going to get spoiled.
right. That loss, who actually has to bear? Is it actually the ones who source the product? Retail.
I mean, all these relationships we have with the transport, with the farm, with the retail, these are long-term relationships, right? So we won't ever, we can't say, oh, this is always going to be on you. This is all your financial loss.
Nice.
We have to
That's a responsibility.
we have to see what makes the most sense
exactly.
in each situation.
Okay.
But when we can, we try to do whatever we can to maintain that relationship.
Oh, nice, nice. So, tariffs ఎలా ఇంపాక్ట్ అయింది ఇప్పుడు కరెంట్ సినారియో కదా అసలు ఏంటి?
So actually produce ki it wasn't మాకు it wasn't too much of an impact. మేము as I said, mostly South and Central America నుంచి తీసుకొస్తాం కాబట్టి any tariffs from there. But we do bring trucks through the US sometimes, and so those ones did get impacted a little bit.
Okay, good to know at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Great.
we have a very diverse base of suppliers,
Right.
so that helps
Okay.
us to be able to manage these kind of issues.
Awesome. Okay, nice,
Yeah.
nice. So now coming back to that scaling across Canada. So how was that happened? Like from GTA, when was that moment? Oh, now we need to scale. Now we are in a position where we can actually scale, right? So
Yeah. So actually, we've had orders coming in from the Maritimes for a long time, and they come straight to our warehouse in Mississauga, actually, a lot of times for pickup. When we started our Calgary warehouse, it was actually because we had customers asking us in Calgary saying, there's a demand for this product. We need a supplier here. Can you come?
nice.
And so once we heard that a few times, we realized, okay, there's a lot of potential there. And so we started a distribution center there.
Okay. So if anyone new actually wants to get into this business, so what is that path looks like, starting from taking the license to sourcing the product? If you want to give some insights to any new entrepreneurs who wants to get into this business.
I think the number one thing if you're trying to get into the food business is you need to understand the food business. business. There's a lot of different layers. There's a lot of different networking and relationships that you need to build.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's not as straightforward as
of
it
course.
seems right
There
on
will
the
be a lot
surface.
of ups and downs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So make sure that you're fully understanding the business that you're getting into, whether it's food or anything.
Yeah, anything,
Every business has its complications.
Yeah.
So that's number one. And I'd say the other thing too is just you're going to have to work very hard. People are going to constantly say no to you. You can't give up on that.
Right.
If they say no, you need to find other ways to persuade them that they should work with you. Having that persuasiveness and having that relentlessness is what will from other people.
Yeah, awesome. So do you need to take any licenses of any certifications are involved in this process actually?
For sure. Like with a food business, you obviously have to have your business license, but you'll also, depending on what kind of food you're doing, you'll have to have food safety certifications. You may have to have an import license called SFCR.
Okay.
It really depends on the business.
Okay.
Every business is a little bit different. Even within the food industry,
Awesome.
meat is going to be very different from dairy, and it's going to be different from produce.
Right. So that means we need to take different licenses based on the different products in the food industry itself. Okay.
Yeah. So it might be the same license, but different categories, and different categories will be judged differently.
Okay. మీరు ప్రొడ్యూస్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తారు కదా, అండ్ దెన్ వేరియస్ అదర్ లైక్ మేబీ లెంటిల్స్, సో అదర్ ఫుడ్స్ యాజ్ వెల్, రైట్? సో షెల్ఫ్ లైఫ్ ఎలా అసలు మీరు, ఐ మీన్ హూస్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ ఇస్ దట్ యాక్చువల్లీ టు టేక్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫ్రెష్నెస్ అండ్ షెల్ఫ్ లైఫ్? Any challenges actually?
When it comes to shelf life, produce has a much shorter shelf life, which means it's more challenging because you always need to get rid of the product as quickly as possible.
Right.
And అందువలన ఎప్పుడు produce లో మీకు fast movement ఉంటుంది.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to another product that is shelf stable, like your lentils, rices, ఇవన్నీ shelf life, they exist for a long time. But that also means it's sitting in our warehouse for a much longer time as well.
Okay. Then lots of logistics on us to actually maintain that product and
To
store that
maintain the product.
Okay.
But to ensure the freshness and quality, that responsibility is with the manufacturer. Well, first nunche they need to make sure that moisture levels levo, అందులో mold ఉండదు, pests ఏమి ఉండవు అందులో. So that all of that quality assurance is on their onus.
Okay.
So all of our manufacturers, they have to have not a certification, but it's a plan that they have to have in place called HACCP.
Okay.
And HACCP is basically a set of rules that says how do we prevent there from being any biological hazards, any physical hazards, and any chemical hazards.
Okay.
So this is like an internationally recognized standard.
Okay.
So మేము ఇండియా నుంచి తెప్పించిన, ఎక్కడి నుంచి తెప్పించినా అవి protocols ఉండాలి.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. Great to know. So now Telugu foods గానీ, ఐజీ ఫుడ్స్, కరాచీ, అండ్ దెన్ తెనాలి డబుల్ హాస్, ఇలాంటి ప్రొడక్ట్స్ కూడా మొత్తం డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ మీరే కదా, మొత్తం సింగిల్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటర్ ఫర్
Canada, yes.
ఫర్ ఎంటైర్ కెనడా. ఐ మీన్ ఏ స్టోర్స్ లో అవైలబుల్ ఉన్నాయి ఈ ప్రొడక్ట్స్?
ఎనీ ఇండియన్ గ్రోసరీ స్టోర్ లో ఉంటుంది. సో నమస్తే ఇండియా, ఓమ్ ఇండియా, పంచవటి, దేశీ మండి, ఆల్ ది స్టోర్స్. మీరు వెళ్ళే స్టోర్ లో లేకపోతే మాకు చెప్పండి, పెడతాము. కరాచీ బిస్కెట్స్ అయితే యాక్చువల్లీ అట్లాంటిక్ సైడ్ లో లాబ్లాస్ లో ఉంటుంది.
దాంతో పాటు ఇంకోటి కూడా చెప్తాం, మాకు డిస్కౌంట్ కూడా కావాలి అలా. సో దెన్ హౌ షుడ్ వి గెట్ దోస్ డిస్కౌంట్స్ యాజ్ వెల్, రైట్?
అది ఇంకా దివాళీ టైం
అప్పుడు ఎత్తుక్కోవాలంట.
అప్పుడప్పుడు ఎత్తుక్కోవాలి.
ఓకే. సో ఎస్పెషల్లీ మీరు డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేసే ప్రొడక్ట్స్ లో తెలుగు ఫుడ్స్ లో నాకు తెలుగు రిబ్బన్ ఆ పకోడా ఇస్ లైక్ వన్ ఆఫ్ మై ఫేవరెట్. సో విల్ గో ఫైండ్ యాక్చువల్లీ అవి ఎక్కడ దొరుకుతాయని ఎత్తుక్కుంటాము.
అవి those are top sellers actually. అవి చెగోడీలు అండ్ చెక్కలు.
నైస్. ఓకే, సూపర్. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇవి ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ ఇండియన్ స్టోర్స్ లో ఉన్నాయి కదా. సో టాప్ రిటైలర్స్ లైక్ వాల్మార్ట్ కానీ, లేకపోతే ఫ్రెష్కో కానీ, మెట్రో కానీ, ఫార్టీనర్స్ కానీ, వీటిలోకి రావడానికి ఏమన్నా ఛాలెంజెస్ ఉన్నాయా, లేకపోతే ఏంటి ఏమైనా ప్రాసెస్, డిఫరెంట్ ప్రాసెస్?
Yeah, so these pedda stores anni, they have a very different process than getting into our ethnic retailers.
Okay.
Ivanni, so in Canada, there's only a few major grocery brands. So Loblaw's kinda, you have Real Canadian, you have Fortino's, you have No Frills. They're all owned by Loblaw's.
Okay.
So alaga, you have 3 major retailers: Loblaw's, Walmart, and Sobeys. So these are your three major retailers. And so to get into them, you need to get a contact in one of these places, but it doesn't guarantee that you'll be in each of those separate brands.
Okay.
Kani, to go into any of these retailers, they have a very particular process. Number one, you have to be fully certified in Canada. So you need to have proper food safety controls. You have to get audited every year by CFIA, meeting all the standards that they have in place. And then after you can prove all of that, they'll then see if this is going to be viable for the market here.
Right.
So then they'll see, okay, Miko, like, is this a product that is worth selling? They'll look at your sales in ethnic stores or other stores that you're in right now to see, okay, the fast moving item aite తీసుకుంటాం.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Appudu, if they decide, okay, this product is good for our company అనుకుంటే, they'll put us in a planogram.
Oh, then also they don't confirm us. Oh, you have to be get into the...
To get listed, they put you on a planogram and you have to be listed.
Oh,
so once you're listed, which means you need to give them all of the details about the product, then they're going to, every 6 months, they do something called a planogram, which is basically, it's a map of all of their shelves.
Oh.
So when you walk down an aisle, every single aisle is planned to the max. Like the dimensions of each product, the visibility of each product. They will decide, does this product, should it be on the bottom shelf, the second shelf, or the third shelf? They'll decide, should it be in the middle of the aisle or should it be in the corner of the aisle? So all of these things, they decide on this thing called the planogram. So once you get listed, then they have to put you in the planogram, which happens only maybe once or twice a year for your category. So frozen aite, they may only do once a year. Shelf aite, they may do twice a year. It depends. So it's a very long process. From the time you start talking to someone to the time you get listed can be very long. Now, if it's a product that's very high in demand or like it's from a company that like Kraft Heinz or someone that's extremely big, it's different. For them, it's a lot faster. But for smaller retailers, smaller manufacturers, it does take some time.
Oh, great. Great to know. Lots of insights. So thank you. So your business is doing great, like importing and distribution business is doing great. So started with the GTA and then expanded across all over Canada. So everything is going very good. What is the need for you to think about Sunlite, and then what is the gap that you found actually? So what do you want to actually solve here?
So you know what? We have spent so long developing these brands that are coming from India that they're good brands, no doubt, but we don't have control over what is the next product that they launch. We don't have control over the exact quality that they have. So for us, Sunlite is about being able to have that control, quality control, to be able to tell people very confidently, this is the best of the best ingredients we can get you. Not only South Indian culture, but how South Indian culture intersects with Canadian culture as well.
Nice.
Another thing to think about, if you look in stores right now, when people think Indian food, they think butter chicken and they think naan. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
But our goal, our primary goal actually, is to make people realize that India is so vast. You have so many regional cuisines. That butter chicken is not the only option. There's so many different options. And we found that, South Indian food, you have restaurants, you have biryani restaurants, and they're good. Kani, in the consumer convenience category, no one is there. No one is making food so that, you know, after you come home from work and you don't have time to cook, you can't just get something from your freezer. So that's what we are trying to do.
Not only time, like lazy people like me, maybe.
not just that too, but also people who don't know how to cook Indian food.
Exactly.
I said, office, my work is food kabatti, I can understand how to cook South Indian food. Kani lakpote, I have no, sure, mom can teach me, but I don't have the time or the interest to learn how to cook this food necessarily. But sometimes I crave, I crave tamarind rice, I crave my mom's food, I crave dal, or I crave pappu. So it's nice to just have something at home quickly to eat when I have those cravings without necessarily having to call my mom and say, how do I do this?
Nice. So, you preservatives on add chestara fresh ga undataniki late is it healthy to eat for all of us?
So our number one goal with the foods we make is we want you to be able to eat it every single day and you'll still be healthy.
Oh, nice.
And actually, we do eat it every day. Every day for lunch, we eat our foods. We taste our foods. We taste our foods 6 months later, 1 year later, to make sure that they're the right quality.
Oh, nice.
And the way we do that, actually, it's a myth that frozen food is bad for you.
Yeah.
Frozen food actually can be as fresh food. And I'll tell you why. Say you're on a farm and your food comes from the farm to your table. To get from the farm to your table, it'll go through maybe about a week or 2 weeks of transit to wherever, to Canada, let's say.
Right.
From there, it'll sit you'll buy it. From there, it'll sit in your fridge for 1 week before you remember you have to cook it.
Yeah.
So by the time you're cooking it, it's already been out of the farm for about 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah. That's minimum.
Right? Now, when you freeze something, freezing preserves it as if in that moment. So if you pick something from the farm and 3 days later it's frozen and it's packaged and transported frozen, it actually retains just as many nutrients, even more freshness. Because when you thaw it and cook it, it's basically like you've cooked it 3 days after it's been taken out of the farm.
Okay.
So that's the magic of freezing. When you freeze using proper techniques, you actually preserve your nutrients, you preserve the freshness a lot better than having it sit in the fridge for an extended period of time.
Oh, nice. Great.
Yeah.
So without adding any preservatives also, you can keep it fresh.
Yeah.
With frozen foods.
So
awesome.
with our frozen foods, as I mentioned, you have to have the proper freezing process. If you don't have a proper freezing process, then
that's your specialty, basically.
Yeah, so that's our specialty. We blast freeze our food, follow all of the CFI regulations. So we heat our foods up until 80 degrees Celsius. And then we immediately bring it down to 4 degrees Celsius. And then within the next 4 hours to about minus 18 degrees. So when it comes to that, you're retaining your texture, your flavor, your nutrients, and the freshness.
Wow, nice. So what are the products currently available with Sunlite?
So right now with Sunlite, we have a line of rices. So veg pulao, tamarind rice, and coconut rice.
Oh, awesome.
We do dals. So tomato dal, methi dal, moringa dal. We also do sambar, rasam. And puffs. So we do potato puffs and paneer puffs.
All are veg, no non-vegetarian.
Right now it's veg, but in a few months we're actually launching our first few non-veg products as well.
Oh, nice.
So coming soon we'll have chicken biryani, coconut chicken curry. We're planning to do paneer butter masala as well, butter chicken, and we're planning to do chicken puffs.
How about papu charu, uppu chapa? Do you know uppu chapa? Do you know that?
Sardines.
Yeah.
No, I know what it is, but
That's okay. I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
I know. So, okay, awesome. So, great line of products. I mean, that's actually going to cover our daily needs as a South Indians. So, that's what we actually eat every day.
Yeah.
Great to know. So, now, if I ask you one question, like, what is your favorite cuisine? Like, you've been different countries, or you might be visited so many countries, and you are actually associated with the food industry. So what's your favorite cuisine?
You know, like I've traveled a lot. I eat all different kinds of cuisines. Like on a daily basis, I eat, Thai food, Mexican food, Italian food. But if I'm ever craving food or if I'm ever craving comfort, it's South Indian food only.
Oh.
Like I want my food.
Is it because of Sunlite foods?
Well, yeah, because our food is so good that's what I crave.
No. Okay. Then we all should try. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Good to know. So that shows your passion, first of all.
Yeah.
So now my question is so how is your day-to-day life actually when you are dealing with the Sunlite foods? Because you are actually, I think it looks like you are taking care of each and everything.
Yeah.
So what is your day-to-day life looks like?
So day to day is always different. Some days I'll go to the office and think, today will be a calm day, and I'll go and I won't sit down for the next 4 hours. So it really depends. But every day is different between working on packaging design, packaging regulations, recipe development, sourcing, ingredients, scaling, doing some days I sit just with Excel sheets. Some days I won't sit at all. Some days I'll be only in the kitchen.
Okay.
And some days we're looking at manufacturing equipment, trying to figure out what is the next step for Sunlite. How do we expand? How do we ensure that we're meeting the requirements for the mainstream stores? How do we make sure that we're meeting the requirements for our customers, making sure that they love the product, making sure that it is the right product for them?
Awesome.
So that's our day every day.
Okay, great. So now, if I ask you one question, distribution business versus your Sunlite food. So which one do you choose?
For me, it's Sunlite. For sure. It's so much fun to create a food brand. It's
Great.
like, I love working with food. So my day, I love everything in the process, from, cooking the food, tasting the food, figuring out what is wrong with the food or what is right with the food. Speaking with our lab to figure out, okay, what are the nutrition facts? Then getting to do the packaging and the brand design and building a brand from scratch. It's a lot of fun to have
Awesome.
that kind of ownership of everything.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mahathi. It's very inspiring to get to know your journey, and wish you all the best for all your future endeavors and then the new products that you are going to launch. Non-veg products.
Yeah.
We are waiting for it.
For sure. Not just non-veg, actually. We also will be launching frozen idlis and idli batter coming soon.
Oh,
And
awesome.
like idli sambar combos, so you can just take it to work. And
So how about
for lunch.
dosa batter as well, right?
Dosa batter as well.
Nice. All those idli lovers, dosa lovers, now we are actually going to have a freshness.
You're going to have the best idlis and dosas.
Thank you so much, Mahathi. It is very inspiring to get to know your journey. And that is the story of an young entrepreneur, guys. And I wish you all the best for all your future endeavors. And then congratulations for your baby as well.
Thank you.